Good evening.
Well, there's a lot of noise behind somewhere. I don't know whether you are driving or is it raining.
No, I'm not driving. It all tells you the tension which is in Tamale as we speak right now.
What do you mean tension? So even the tension is even affecting your phone or what?
Yes, because we the constituents in Tamale South are not happy. They are not happy with what is going on. There are a lot of questions which are lingering on our minds that we seek answers because we feel that our honorable MP who has served the party very well shouldn't be dealt this kind of shouldn't be taken through this kind of ordeal. As a man of his stature, the way he has led parliament for the first time, we've seen the kind of pressure that the majority has gone through, led by him leading the minority. We feel that we don't know, we are not happy. There is a similar tension in Tamale South as I speak to you right now.
Right. Let's take things, as we say in our local parlance, one by one. Let's take things in order.
Okay.
You had the announcement, or you saw the publication that a member of parliament for Tamale South constituency has been replaced, or there has been a reshuffle in the parliament. This reshuffle has been made by the party hierarchy. What is it that worries you as a voter, as NDC member, and as a community? What is your worry?
Thank you very much, Reverend, for the opportunity. Our major worry is that we all saw. So let me start on this footing. We all saw that prior to our national executive elections, we saw certain members of our side in parliament trying to one way or the other do an endorsement for the candidature of the national chairman of the party, Honorable Johnson Ketia. And we saw our able minority leader come to issue a statement against that. We feel that this move to remove him is the national chairman trying to score separate personal scores with him. And there's something that we are not happy. And we feel that the way the man has led his life and the way he's been able to win Ghanaians on his side, it would send a certain signal to the ordinary man on the street that these NDC people have been looking. These NDC people, they always want to settle personal scores, and these NDC people, they don't tolerate diverging opinions. And we feel that this move, especially looking at the timing, is very, very wrong. Why is it that all of a sudden somebody who is doing his job and then he's very, very well, you say that you are changing him? And the reason which you are even giving for the changing is so untenable. That you are saying that, look, we all know that our great president, incoming president, inshallah, will come 2025, President John Mahama, when he was leader of the economic management team, he was not an economist. But look at him when he was the vice president. Look at the performance that he turned out. We were able to record single digits for 3 months. It's unprecedented. So if you tell me that now the debate is going to be on the economy and therefore you are taking him out because he's not an economist, he doesn't have an economic background, and you are bringing somebody who's an economist, you don't see the head and tail of whatever our national chairman is trying to say. And we, as me, as an ordinary voter and a member of the NDC, I feel that we have not been served a very good meal for us to enjoy. That is my initial comment. Thank you.
I see. So you said that the reason given by the top hierarchy for this reshuffle is untenable.
Yes.
How do you explain that? Because you have just said perhaps there is some personal scores being settled. Officially, that is not what that's not what has actually caused them to make these changes, right? The reason for the
Yes.
changes they say they have given you as being rather positive, so a sort of a positive move for the party, in that they needed certain professionals at certain places to make things better going forward. So how do you say that is untenable? I Can you explain?
Thank you once again for the opportunity. You see, look, we all know that debates on the floor of parliament are mostly led by the minority leaders and then the majority leaders. We know that every argument that would be made, the majority leader can ask somebody to come and just as we just can't understand what they are trying to communicate to us. We just can't understand.
Mm,
Are they trying to tell us that our honorable lawyer, astute lawyer Haruna Iddrisu, can't do simple reading? When an information is given to him, he will be able to process the information and read it and then argue as a lawyer, argue it out on the floor of parliament to us. If we tell us that the arguments on the floor of parliament going into the elections is going to be on the economy, and therefore you need someone who is an economist. I believe that they work as a team. So if they work as a team, to force him, who we all respect and know that he's a competent handler, will be able to prepare his notes and whatever and give it to the leader. And then the leader will do justice to the issues.
mm,
And we all know that our honorable minority leader is an excellent communicator.
mm,
So what is the point in you trying to say that you need somebody who is an economist? I don't think that we were going to we were going to discuss issues that pertain to technical details. And at the committee level, the honorable Haruna Iddrisu will not be there. Christine Hoffman will be there, and he will do justice to the issues at
mm,
the committee level. But on the plenary, when they are arguing issues out there, then when you don't need to be an expert before you can communicate or make your point on the floor of parliament.
mm,
So therefore, we feel that that's the point where they are trying to say that they need somebody who's an expert or a technocrat in that field is the best move. I don't no, please.
mm.
We
Okay.
don't disagree with that one.
Right.
Disagree.
Mr. Andrew Addo Dankwa, you are speaking from
Yes, sir.
Tamale. May I ask you, what is your position within the NPP, NDC party
I'm a youth organizer. I'm a branch youth organizer, please.
in Tamale, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, let me ask you, how will the removal, or let's say, how will the reshuffle affect
Mm-hmm.
you personally, and also you think how will it affect the community, the NDC, that constituency? How does his removal, say, not being the chief whip, or this is
Mm-hmm.
the minority leader, how does that affect you personally and the constituency?
Okay, now once again thank you for the opportunity. Let me tell you something. See, the
Oh,
NDC is a party.
sorry. Before you go on, my producer is asking
Mm-hmm.
me to ask you if you shared it before coming to speak. Because sometimes we need to, sometimes people ask for recordings and everything. If you share it to your members, then somebody can record it for you, either the video or the YouTube or everything. Did you share it before coming, or can you?
No, I
Or,
didn't because
or you
no,
can share
I
it
did.
now. I've sent out the. I don't know if you have received it, but I sent out the flyer and everything, so that people can.
Okay,
Yeah. So
okay,
as we are speaking, I don't know. I can share it when I'm speaking on the phone. I don't know if you can also do the same.
okay. So let me look at it and then try to do it. As you see. But concerning the question you just asked me, what I was telling you that when this is a party that embraces people from every race, every culture, every religion, we believe in all inclusiveness. Now, if you tell us that you want regional balance, because some of the proponents of the whatever has happened are saying that if you look at the party leaders as a man, they are all lawless. You are trying to bring regional balance. That is why they are bringing this thing. You see, it's going to affect the party because our brothers and sisters who are in the jungles, me, I'm not a north now, we are going to feel that, look, we are being sidelined and our opponents are going to pick up this issue and use it against us. They're going to use it against us. They're going to tell us that, look, even you people, your brothers who are whatever, when they say they need people, they are taking you people out. It is going to make our work as me, my work as a youth organizer, it is going to be difficult. Because now, if I go to the campaign ground, and then they ask me that, so why is it that our brother who is a Muslim, who was leading the party very well, we all saw the good work that he was doing as we removed. What do I tell them? If I tell them that they say it's not an economic, so they remove it. They ask me that all this while haven't we been talking about economic in parliament, and when it comes to those issues, who has been speaking for the party? It makes our work very difficult. Sometimes when they are taking decisions, they should do some consultation, or they should think about we who are beneath, who are the ones who are doing the work. They should think about us. They shouldn't just take any ad hoc decision or
Yeah,
decision which they think that is going to make them happy.
that is very, very good to to state the point that consultation, grassroots, and everything. But what about those who will argue that there is a saying that it's better to be a messenger in power in government than to be the manager in opposition? So, what about people who are saying that, look, Honorable Aruna Idrisu has not been dismissed, he has not been sacked from the NDC, he has not been removed, and that if the party should come to power, like you are saying, surely, surely it's likely that he can get appointment and he can help his community much more better. So, where is the problem here?
Thank you once again. See, the man has been demoted, and we are not happy. He was the pride of the northern region. Aruna Idrisu is the face of the northern region. Taking him off is a demotion. And you demoting our northern brothers who always give us the votes that we need in any election is a bad move. That is all we are saying. That is all we are saying. We are saying that you have demoted the guy. You have made the guy after all the good work the guy has done. No? Is that the reward that you are giving him? Demoting him or relegating him into the background. Look at the number of years that he's been in parliament. That is our problem. We're not thinking about as to whether he's being served or he's not. We are saying that why demote somebody of a stature in the party? And that is our issue. You understand me? Yes, because you can't tell me that somebody like Aruna Idrisu will be there, and then certain people who, excuse my language, don't measure to him when it comes to experience, when it comes to certain acumen in terms of dealing with issues in parliament. Those people are going to lead people like Aruna Idrisu in parliament. They're not happy about that. They're not happy about that.
So,
They're not happy about that.
so what exactly do you want to happen?
We want them to revoke whatever they've done. We should reverse it. We are telling that they should reverse it, and that is what we are calling them to do. That is the needful that they need to do. That they reverse whatever they've done, and then make sure that the man goes to handle the portfolio that he was handling, and then do whatever he was doing for us in Parliament. Never in the history of this our constitution that we are all enjoying have we seen the minority being so resolute and so organized. Look at the way he has led us. He has led us very, very well. Anybody, the only blood that I feel that the minority, I feel somewhere about them was when it got to the appointment or the vetting of the ministers. That I felt that on that score they didn't do too well. Because there are certain people we didn't want them to go to, and they went to. Aside that, everything that we have done very well. The constitution even ties your hand when you don't have the numbers in parliament. And look at how they conducted themselves. So what is this issue that you say that the man, for Mutaka, for Honorable Mutaka, for me, I agree that he has got issues in his place, and he needs time to go and sort out those issues. I didn't even like the way he sparred with the Speaker of Parliament in the full glare of everybody. I didn't like the way he went about it. But I believe that those are petty things that we can handle. But to take anyone against you who is the face of the party in parliament, that one is a no, and we are not happy.
So if that doesn't happen, that they don't revert or rescind or reverse their decision, what happens then?
As for the NDC, the NDC is the religion we know. The NDC is the breath that we take in. The NDC is the blood that runs through our veins. There is nothing we can do, but we will also advise ourselves, and then we will watch them and look at them with the eyes that they are making us to look at them with. Because I mean, if you people do something and you see that whatever you have done, we who are the grassroots are not happy, quickly you have to come out and at least report. If you not to reverse it, and you do what is said in our local parlance as single printing, we also advise ourselves. After the NDC, we are in the NDC, and we never need the NDC. And I'm going to campaign and work hard for President Mahama to come. But, and I say but, we will think about ourselves in certain issues and certain scores. Thank you very much.
I still want a definite answer. Thinking about yourself, I'm Mansa, I'm sitting here, I'm thinking about myself, all right? But that is not to say, you see what I mean? I'm thinking about myself. But if you say you're thinking about yourself, what do we deduce from it? What exactly should we take from it? That now you've said, even though the thing, as we say in the local parlance, the team paying you, but you still stay with NDC. If that's the case, then what is the thinking about yourselves mean?
Honorable, when we get to that bridge, we'll cross it. For now, it's too early for us to say certain things. And when we get to that, we don't even know as whether they will hit to our call or they will hit to our call. So it's true. It will be too much.
I'm assuming that they wouldn't. So if they wouldn't, then how? That's why I'm asking. But when you say, you come when it comes to the bridge, you're gonna cross it. Think about how crossing is fine. You are not speaking like a true politician. Listen, the guy who is I think the chairman of that Tamale South constituency. I saw him in one clip, talking, albeit very angrily to a news, a media person. Can you get his contact? Ask him, for his contact, and maybe I will call him and talk to him also tonight.
I will try. He himself will try reaching him, but he's out of public area to speak. But I will try, and if possible, we'll get his contact, and then we can also speak to him so that he will also give his opinion about what is going on. And then, because we are very, very angry, we are not happy at all. We are not happy at all.
There is a gentleman on the other phone. I don't know whether he wants to speak to you or to me. So let's listen. If he wants to speak to you, then I will let him speak to you. Hello.
Okay.
Hello, Mansa Musa.
2617. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Mansa Musa.
2617. Hello.
Hello, Mansa Musa. Please, can you hear me?
Oh, sorry. It's my fault. It's my fault. I haven't opened it. 2617. Hello.
Hello, Mansa Musa. Good evening. Please, can you hear me?
Now we can hear you. Who is it?
Mansa Musa, my name is Lawrence Evans Agini.
Is that your phone? A lot of noise.
Mansa, it supposedly should be coming from your end and not mine.
Okay.
Because mine is
all right. What do you want to say, Lawrence?
Yes, let me say a very good evening to our cherished listeners, yourself, and the gentleman that you've got on the other side of the aisle. Unfortunately, I joined midway, so I don't know him in person, or perhaps I couldn't get much of who he is. But one thing that I know for sure is that he's one of us. When I say one of us, not you specifically, but you are not an NDC person anyway. He is one of my kind. Someone who wants the NDC to thrive the way that majority of governments want. And what I have actually deduced from his submissions is that he's not happy with the sort of changes that have actually taken place within the NDC at the parliamentary, how do I call it, front. But Mansa, you see, the few things that I've heard my senior colleague or comrade espouse do not really fit within the remit as to wanting to win political things. What he sought to more or less affirm is the building of personality cult within the NDC. And that is what some of us are taking from him.
Lons, the
Hello.
man is finding it very difficult to hear. So, you see, I don't know how to say this, but don't make it long sentences, so that he can get a point. As for me, I can hear it, but he is struggling. Mr. Dankwa.
Yes, sir.
Right.
I'm
Mr.
finding
Dankwa,
it
your
very,
background,
very.
there's too much noise there.
I'm moving now.
Like some dog is not happy. And I'm scared for you. Right. Okay, let's carry on.
Yes, all that I'm trying to say is that the NDC has gotten to a point where we are refusing to allow the building of personality cults. If we want to go into the archives, from 1992, ever since we got into, or the fourth Republican Constitution came into being, the NDC from 1992 to 2000 have had only one person, coming from any of the Akan-speaking region, except what we have had recently. We had J.H. also a champion who, was the majority leader from 1992 to 2000. Ever since both in opposition and in government, all our leadership in parliament has been led, by people from the northern belt of our country. And, I suffice to say that these are gentlemen who had actually given this party or this nation leadership when it mattered most. But Mansa, politics is not an end in itself. You see, it is not just an event which ends in itself. It's a process. There are means to which you get there. Looking at the exigencies of the time, for the first time, we have had a hung parliament, and the expectation is that when you put people in place to lead, certain things will change, especially when it was so convincing, it was so glaring that we've actually elected thieves, we've actually elected crooks, we've actually elected people who had no idea of what governance was all about, except to nail the country to their advantage. Then that is where you expect leadership to live up to what it means. It was nothing like business as usual. You see, when you look at between 2000 and 2008, Agbangbagbe led the NDC minority in parliament with all the stars that you can think of. In government, it fell on Cletus Avuka. Dr. Kumbo came in, so it tells you, I'm just looking at the geopolitics of whatever that we are discussing. What we are refusing to accept is that if we allow this kind of situation to continue, what we are promoting is personality cults. We are trying to let certain key individuals feel more relevant to what the NDC stands for. I cannot stay here and say that Haruna hasn't shown his melt of what he can do to better the lives of his constituents and therefore lead the NDC the way the NDC wants it. But Mansa, what we have also forgotten is that when you look at the assessment regime or the scope of assessment, it has gone beyond your colleagues in parliament to what the wider society is looking at.
Lons, let me ask you this. And what you are saying is understandable, but if what I'm looking at and what I'm hearing is true, roughly about 50 or more of the parliamentary MPs have signed a petition opposing this particular directive. So what do you say to that?
Mansa, that would be unfortunate, and very much so. Even if it is so welcoming in the sense that in every democratic dispensation you allow for dissent, right? But I can tell you, it is not of good faith. I do not believe it is true because there hasn't been any time in our parliamentary leadership that you expect the party to consult and make decisions for what the parliamentarians think should be their leader. That's why I'm saying to you that the assessment scope, right, goes beyond parliament, right?
What are you telling the people of Tamale, of which this young man is one of them? He is a youth. Mr. Dankwa, you say you are deputy youth organizer or something?
I'm a branch youth organizer.
So you are a branch youth organizer, yes. So what Lons, what are you telling this branch youth organizer?
I am actually extending an olive branch to my senior comrade. What I'm urging him and his people to understand and appreciate is that the NDC has gone beyond any personality. Yes, I appreciate the efforts that Tamale South Mugabe TSM has brought onto the NDC, but we shouldn't and cannot allow individuals to rate beyond the expectations of
to become bigger than the party.
No, one can, and no one should, and no one will ever be. In fact, not even the relevant.
Before you go, how do you respond to what Mr. Lons Ajini have said?
Mr. Lons is Kano. You see, look, the truth is always one. If you try to make it look like somebody is beginning to become bigger than the party, then some of us who feel say this move was to settle personal scores, we are giving a certain credence to whatever we are thinking. Because you can't tell me, say, somebody who is doing his work in parliament, you feel say at the end of the day he's becoming bigger, or he's more or less becoming a cult figure, so you have to take him out, and then you give that untenable reason for the reason for you taking him out.
No, but Mr. Andrews, listen, the tradition.
I've never protested so much.
The tradition, and I say the sentiment what Ghana no, especially what Bushra no, something I decided for my and he said, Emra and a Juma. And I don't know whether you've ever been in the army before. You follow process, you follow chain of command, and all those things. Dear Mr. Lawson say, we shouldn't create a situation where some people become bigger and so they become untouchable. Well, yes, sir. Then you cannot actually run a company, you cannot run organization, you cannot run even a political party. They won't be running running or mine. There should be rules, and no, however unpalatable. Say yet de assembly yaude, but say mo head no more penny for naka. Why don't you accept it in good faith? Say mo penny for no, they are doing this in the interest of the party and in the interest of the country. Mr. Andrews.
Yeah, my Mansa musa asama wo what they are but my main can't be being so yeah dear now reason now the yard yellow say yeah for say actually nti yeye fo say papa we wache wo nti now no the hero the bawo from wa ba the betia muna tumi no wo monsa but now what the question is say baby ye do no no bi o wo say ni ye we nti ni ye no ye di ta ni pa we no be ye ntia now but o tell you say ni pa no wa bon and no na ye problem and no na ye problem what my say no na ye problem what say say ni pa no wa bon because we never pass answer we not go into those things and talk about the competencies and all those things. And you are trying to tell us that our man which we so love.
Okay, Andrews. Andrews.
And if it's not the incompetent, why is held the voice of affairs in
Mr. Youth Organizer for Tamale South constituency for NDC4. Listen, share the links to your family and friends, everybody, and let everyone tune in either on Facebook, YouTube, or the normal radio link, including Modern Ghana. You also now Obia and Tiebi Obia and Shape Mansa Musa. Now Obi Pese Ofra numbers, studio number no back your WhatsApp apart from where my personal number, but I don't give it to everybody. But one of the studio numbers, WhatsApp, they can call that one, or they can put their questions on television. Sorry, on the Facebook. That's how they are sending you. But you know how many men for calling me back? What you know, man, Kwanzaa. Hello, 0048. Hello.
Hello, Mansa Musa.
Yes, why do you?
This is Ambrose.
Ambrose, you lie from Bao. Okay, you there, Kasajeri.
Yeah, I've just tuned in, but I've heard a colleague from
Tamale South Central. Youth organizer.
He said he's branch youth organizer or constituency youth organizer.
Yes.
Yes. So, you know what? One, the party has taken a decision, and I expect each and every member of the party to respect the decision of the party. The reason is when Haruna and Co were appointed by the party to steer the affairs of the minority when we lost election in 2016 and we began 2017 when parliamentary sitting. They followed the same procedure, and they have used the same procedure to nominate or elect these people or appoint these people to also steer the affairs of the party to next election. So I don't see the beef about this. But Mansa Musa, there's one issue that NDC as a party must take note of. This is not the first time some constituents from Tamale Central are doing this. It happened after 2012 when Mahama became the president. During the appointment of ministers, they did same. And Tamale Central is not the only constituency that always push this party to power. So if your member of parliament has been steering the affairs of the party for some time, and the party thinks that this is the time for reshuffle, and they've done it. They have not broken any law. They've used the right process. We should respect it. But it's becoming
let me ask the gentleman. It's fair. Andrews. Mr. Ambrose, or North England, baby, and our friend Ray. Now, as some more can said trust, we'll say, hierarchy no make a decision. It's up to members to respect that decision. Say, Basse, Obiabeka, so yam penny because it will only bring chaos, especially in Nembre. Problem on Kawoho, and it's an adult to me, reshuffle, and on the bebo mine. Now, face a more reshuffle, and then I'm going to be a so what you must hear?
Debut, Mansa Musa, I told my son, more yard, you are wasting Bonnie. Yeah, can't say you're going for only to the decision. And the young can't so fair, Mamma more yard reshuffle. And can't so much take a decision, so I bet you are pledging to the entire. I say my year clown minister. Who take a decision now? No one game. The repercussions of the decision that you've taken. We are saying instead decision no take no. They didn't do a border consultation and they didn't look at the temperature of the country as we speak right now. If the decision is not taking now, no, I'm not focused there about the so I mean
okay, the can Matthias said the temperature no there. A whole side in minute to say because all along on the same one so NDC no as well Samara say Memo Kasa Ambrose. Eh, Sabu a party bia Munajina for Panoa and come flag bearer from where you did that. Because I did when we here 2 years ago and ka problem a beba no one solve we. And you can say the temperature the environment this time now. Many we are getting and this you know almost kunkwan you so a check crowd. Ambrose meet you.
Mansa, the issue is the fact of the matter is this we expected this reshuffling long ago. It is long overdue. The party members called for reshuffle at the minority caucus long ago, but it seems the party executives, national executives, did not pay heed to it. It's been long overdue because since 2017. We have witnessed a number of flaws, all due to I don't know the word to use, whether a deliberate incompetence or ignorance or whatever, from the minority caucus. Look at the number of walkouts. Look at it, just value the number of walkouts, where the whole country, not even only the minority members, were urging the minority to stamp their feet to compare the president to do the right thing. Look at what happened. A number of them, uncountable. And they organized unnecessary walkout where most of even the member of parliament were not in agreement. If you do speak to
Meba, if you are going to ascribe reasons, especially those sentiment from the parliament, then you are not you are not going to help with people's feeling. Send here. Why don't we just rely or depend on the official reasons? Okay.
These were the reasons.
Okay.
The party will say no. You have to be for the same crop of people, leadership, no, and call the next what do you call it? Election. There's a need for change. They should not sit down for them to create the mess. Then after 2024, we said, oh, we should have changed these people. They are the cause of no. We'll change them. Let's look at what these new crops of leadership will also bring on board. The rest, we're not saying that Aruna and Co have not contributed. They've done their part.
Let Andrews respond quickly because me call Asanwase Suntino. Andrew Berry responding quickly. Now we are Andrews.
Ghana for any who said your constitution now your woman. Oh, we are minority. Our parliament constitution was Sadada. No matter what I want to mean yet. And to want to mean country, let me say a minority group. My friends say a majority in parliament. That kind of incessant pressure. Looking at the way the constitution of our country is structured, the way it is, but to me, I've been very, very different in giving them that incessant pressure. No, I walk out and I say. Look at what we did with the censor motion. Try do with the censor motion. Also said, any constitution is set even the person, any numbers, I am minority, and then the final decision even lands with the president that we think we wouldn't have gotten our way. Look at in terms of the voting of the
the second. I know, sir. Both sides. I know, sir. Both sides. You are not going to agree.
Mansa essential motion. They could see saying.
Sir.
They knew why the final result. That's why Haruna and Co. They knew it.
Listen, you guys are not. You don't understand me. that debate should be done another time. The whole thing is that, Andrews.
Yes, sir.
Me kasa, me no, obi kai or say, oh, Mansa Musa Babu Jachinti. No, se presenter no, et ordinary simupe, esa uye kum na uti. Misreo. Yes, sir, the American say, sir, argument, we see bia a parliament, the CC, any other, and we a debate for another time. Now, more executive, or one Casenyan say, Monaka say, look. The NTR, yes, say, yes, some enuni. It is Obia Kofa checker so some reason where him tin a yes, I know. Let's just say more creative problem, more creative debate, amamu. And executive solution can say, because of walk away and now walk out, and I say incompetence be of parliament. Obianka, Etimasremo, young fancy her, young fancy Andrews. Try and see if you can get me the number for your constituency chairman. Now, meaning come on. Why? Bye bye. Andrews, what's bye bye?
Just a second.
Okay, just a second. Kasa.
Yes, Mansa, so
one time, Fred, into my mouse had this presentation.
Yeah. So, Mansa, what I would say is a decision has been made by the leadership.
Yeah.
And I will urge all to embrace the decision because they use the same formula or the same mode of appointment when they appointed Aruna and Co to steer the affairs of the party. So the same method was used again, and there's no hula about this. And the decision only almost take care of you, and we should all respect it. And no one is what do you call it? Ubiano between Jumano forever. Why a beer to baby? Yes, say Jumano festival. That should be it. But the other mechanic say Tamale Central constituency. It has become their star. It's not good. It's not all well for the party. Muhammad, 2012, obey a president. All appointed. The same thing. So, Mama Haruna, where do I say? Mama, they made all the noise.
For Lusima, because a branch now, or Asawasino, Mutakasai, or Lusabin, it's
not a Mutamari, the American say they've made a decision, and we should all abide by it. Simple. Nothing is going to change the decision that is being made. Yes, the decision made. So we all follow and respect those new crops of leadership. As simple as ABC. Thank you.
Koswana T and share links in Mr. That's me bring. Right.
All right. Thank you.
Lons.
Mansa Musa.
Yeah, sorry about that. Cell phone no. Let me say to me conference call, but unfortunately to me And usually maybe I was saying no friend a hobe boa.
And yes, she almost makasa nyina akasa say yepe NDC ni Ghana ye nti enye hwe na takra me pese me kan ye say party no me the maka say yem pese ye be build a personality cult no o share your history from 1992 to 2000 JH Ohusue Champon kwani the only person on to say ye nominate and I appoint and I approval of autoforcing, you know. Excuse me to say, or pardon my language, all our leaders, both in government and opposition, has come from the north. I mean, it would be so big to me, I justify, say, no, so not south, central, for east, western, for so party time.
Best is Ben now, what did you say? Penny phoning has come from
but from 1992 to 2000, JH Ohusue Champon, who hailed, in fact, the late JH Ohusue Champon, no, hailed from the Bunahafo region at the time.
Yes.
We have had a friend saying, the current Speaker of Parliament, who was once the minority and he also ended up as the majority leader. Koyabe C. Cletus Avocaso, who is still in Parliament today, who also hails from the northern part of Ghana. Koyas ABC, Dr. Kumbu also until he was taken to the Interior and the Defense Ministries. One also hails from the northern part of Ghana. And AlhajiAlhassanMbalba Haruna Idrisu so also from the northern part of Ghana. But what you need to know, near say, Obian Kase Haruna Bon, Mansa Mamin Kasim Kitwebi. In 1996, when that young gentleman was being outlawed, it was Sunyani Justin Park. I was there. When I AA Munufi, the late AA Munufi, about 2 Sadnum, or Snow Yabua, a bit China Mari. No, I was there. That man means so much to me. Won't mean doubt to the capabilities and then the competence and his desire to work for Ghana. Right? Muntaka, the man he took over from Dr. Jibril. No, you may make no cover a personal physician. Papa will take you over. I know him. Maybe you come see me. What we are saying is Obian time will be but the exigencies of the time demands and requires that moving forward we bring people that we think Ghanaians wants to hear and listen to. Party na ntinase amboni stream sabi enye si runke chane fifi kwati the NDC party na take decision ya wo fake functional executives committee and your national executives committee in consultation with the region and in
right. Listen, I've got this gentleman waiting for a long time. I need to go to him.
And your friend is saying, Andrew Sitia says, Obianka said Haruna Abona. There'll be what because I now said we knew why. But the air chair said we are going to look at the economy in detail going into the 2024. Obviously, energy has become one main issue, and we talk about energy. And don't forget, John Junapo was Kofi Anan's US deputy. We are putting people in place. They are going to talk to the issues and going forward. No, what I expect the outgoing leadership to do near say they should sit back.
Was it then John Junapo was there?
John Junapo was Kofi Amabua's deputy.
Right? Because also West deputy. That's what you said.
All right.
Listen, I need to go to Asawasi. Asawasi in Lonkasai. I need to go to him first. Your friend is saying, Mr. Suarez. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. I don't know where you are standing at the moment, but a lot of noise behind you there.
A lot of noise.
Yes, like echo.
Is it okay now?
It is better. There is echo. Like you are using hands-free, right?
Yeah, I'm using AirPods. Is it okay now?
Yeah, please. If it is, it is better to put it right on your mouth. Otherwise, it becomes a bit echo in the radio. But let's carry on. The radio is not even bad. The Facebook and WhatsApp, when there is echo, it's not good at all. And I can hear myself back.
Can you hear me now?
No, where you are is terrible. I think there's a big hall, and it's not good at all. I can hear myself, feedback.
How about it now?
Okay, you go ahead. Right. No. Are you in the office or something?
Yeah, I'm in the office. Please.
That's why.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Let me stop using the AirPods.
Please
stop using it and using
it. Yes.
Okay.
It will help. Thank goodness.
Is it okay now?
Okay, let's plod on. There's a lot of noise, but
is it okay now?
Let's carry on. There's a lot of noise, but let's carry on.
I've stopped using the AirPod.
Yes, but I can still hear people dragging something behind. Anyway, it's okay. Carry on. Thanks for coming to talk to us. What are you in the constituency, NDC Asawasi constituency? What's your position there?
I'm currently the deputy youth organizer for the constituency, and this is my second term.
I see. Have you had any meeting today?
No, please. There is no such meeting.
So, what is your personal and collective opinion about what has gone on in Parliament?
So, as a constituent of Ashanti, we are very saddened. But the letter that came from the leadership of the party, it is something that we thought it will be with us forever. So the whole of our constituency.
Are you reading from a book or something? Because I want you to flow.
I'm not reading from a book.
Okay. Please.
Because I'm using my.
Because you are pausing. You are pausing. So I thought maybe you are reading something. But you said you thought it is something that will be with you forever. What are you exactly talking about?
I'm talking about the minority chief position. The minority chief position. Okay. That's what I'm talking about.
And you thought that is going to be in your constituency forever.
Exactly.
Why will you guys think like that?
Yes, because when our MP, the former minority chief whip, was appointed as the majority chief whip in 2013, for a decade now, you and I know that our MP performed to his satisfaction. He did very well. So we thought that looking at his efforts and what he has executed so far, we think he should be allowed to continue. But what we want is not what the party leadership wanted.
Right. Carry on.
Yes. And then we respect the party's decision because as a constituent of Ashanti constituency, we believe upon all the MPs. Our MP was the one which the party recognized and honored him that position. So we want to thank the party, first of all, even though the decision that we took, we are not happy with it. And we respect that decision since it's a collective decision by the party. And what is more important is that our MP is so experienced and that he will think what the knowledge he has acquired and his position as the minority chief onto the one who has been appointed now. So looking at it, we are sad, all right, but we think God knows best. And we think our MP should have been there to continue his work as the minority chief.
Obviously, I am surprised to hear you saying you guys thought he was going to be there forever. But in life, nothing in existence stay forever. You know, everything starts and everything ends. Everything. So let's put that aside. It's good that you guys perhaps are not following the cue from Tamale. You guys are not giving any ultimatums that you want the decision to be reversed. Is it?
Well, we are not giving any ultimatum to the party because we believe in the interest of the party. Since the party's leadership, the party executive committee, and deliberated on it, and we believe that we made a lot of consultation before they came to that conclusion. Even though we are not happy with that decision, but we respect the decision and we hope that it is a decision that will bring the NDC back to power.
I see. All right. Obviously, when it comes to first one no free tamale and the amontini voice is saying no free Kumasi Asawasi, Muntaka constituency, deputy youth organizer, and many aiding common. Try say, many senior, your friends saying, senior members of the constituencies, but yes, Suarez, on a personal note, there's a saying that it is better to be a messenger in power, in government, than to be a manager in opposition. So, don't you think it is, if your Asawasi MP is doing well for the community, imagine how he's going to do when your party comes to power anyway, whether he's the chief whip or not. It's better for the party to come to power than you take it from there, isn't it?
Exactly what I said when I was concluding.
Yes.
That what we are looking at now is not about the parliamentary seat, because the parliamentary seat is something that we have secured already. And it's a no-go area for the MPP. They know. So whoever the party will elect as our parliamentary candidate, whether it is Honorable Muntaka Mubarak or Honorable Mubarak Masaudu, that person is going to win the seat for the NDC.
Okay. Listen, Suarez, the line isn't great, you know.
What is more important is we winning the presidential election.
Okay.
So when we win, as we have like we won in the 2020 election, when we won the parliamentary and we lost the presidential, I think there are so many difficulties. There are so many challenges that we are facing. Because when we look at the developmental project that went on when NDC was in power, it's not like as it is now. So we believe that the decision that the party has taken is a decision that will help the NDC win power. And we also have that hope that when NDC wins power, looking at the goal that the NDC contributes to the NDC's victory, it's not only the parliamentary position or the minority seat position that Asawasi will get. We are hoping that the party will consider our efforts and offer us ministerial positions.
Suarez.
Yes,
I will need to call you again next time when you are at home, nice and quiet. Your line isn't great, so what I will say is that share the link to everybody, and also I'm giving you an assignment. Find me one of your senior delegates. I mean, in terms of position or hierarchy or rank. If you can get me your constituency chairman, fine. If you can get me the constituency, what do you call it, communication officer, anybody higher. If you can get them for me to come and speak to, you send me the number and talk to them. I will call them myself. Listen, you have done very well in this difficult circumstance. Thank you very much for your time.
welcome, sir.
Right. The program is fire will burn you. I've always told you that if you make fire your master, you are in trouble. Equally, when fire becomes your enemy, you are in big trouble. Always make fire the servant, and you'll be laughing all the way to the bank. Talking about the bank, let's listen to this one before we come back.
I will see the top connect so everybody sika Ghana if we be asia fa na nyina ye tia ka free ani aye free top connect amesika mani aye mrekra ye wo hia ne se wo be download with top connect app no e wo Play Store diama wo Android phone and so we use iPhone so or Apple Store na download the top connect aye simple cra top connect to mind the break you lose wo North America and Asia woman no do sika fa top connect so na emre na mmawa hoto so sese die sika manye di foforo kra any top connect so we yan chichimu bia for top connect our +442 081 6155 and a +442 081 761 600 +447 882 950 088 and nasa top connect our barefoot in Tefidi so top connect Fesika money wa dofwa sunjemu a untia kapre top connect yes
right. Top connect, I recommend it to everyone, each and every one of you. Anyway, I've got 31, 36 on my left, and I've got Lons also waiting. But now, a chairman UK Ireland chapter chairman is here, so I will give him the preference, and ask him of his opinion, his view of what is going on, and that is the reshuffle that has happened in Parliament. NDC caucus reshuffle. People have been waiting for Nanado to reshuffle. Nothing of that sort is coming. The NDC have done it. Is it the right move? Is it the wrong move? Is it tactically right? Is it what is going to happen? Will it bring peace and tranquility, strength? Chairman Mamba, good evening. Welcome to NFM Radio.
Yeah, good evening, my brother Mansa Musa, and good evening to your cherished listeners across the globe, and more importantly, my beloved comrades within the UK and Ireland chapter.
Thank you for the salutation. I think everyone is happy to hear from you. I know this I know that you guys are going to be very busy this weekend, and I wish you all the best. I wish that everything goes very, very well indeed. Anyway, why we are here is that yesterday I actually got the first hint of the reshuffle from my good friend Kevin Taylor. He sent me, he said, boss, have you seen this? I said, no. He said, well, it has happened. Oh, that's what he told me. Anyway, so I said, okay, let me keep it to myself, because when he sent it to me, I knew it was genuine, but it was too late during the program. So I'll wait till tomorrow, which is today, Wednesday, so that we can talk about it. At the moment, we are hearing either for or against. I don't know which is which. Let me ask you, what have you heard about the MPs in the parliament who are supporting this move and the MPs who are against it or has petitions, as we are being told? What is the truth that you know?
Well, I don't have any information about those who are opposing and those who are against. But what I know, as a political party, we have structures and processes and procedures for making certain decisions. And the NDC constitution has vested certain powers in the national executives. The FEC, the National Executive Council, and the Council of Elders to make certain decisions, consulting the relevant stakeholders. I understand some members of Parliament, NDC Parliamentary Party, are saying they were not consulted. I can't comment on that. But when it comes to certain decisions, the national leadership will then identify who matters. They can open it up to everybody in NDC. If they are to do that, that will mean they have to call a national delegate congress. And some of these things has to do with day-to-day running of the party. So they have to make certain decisions by consulting those who matters, which the General Secretary, Honorable Fifi Koti, made it clear. They have consulted leading members of the party. They have even consulted the outgone or the outgoing leadership of the NDC Parliamentary Party and the incoming. So I think they have done enough consultation before arriving at this decision. And definitely, human beings by our nature, we don't like change. Some will accept it with some kind of skepticism. They will petition, they will say whatever they want to say. But let's, as a party, respect our structures and respect decisions of our national leadership. I'm only worried if NDC members are not happy, there's nothing stopping them from using internal procedures to channel their grievances. They can petition, it is their right. They can complain, they can meet the national executive. But let's not go publicly to undermine decision of our national leaders. That will be recipe for disaster.
I see. So, in this respect, your appeal, if it will be listened to, fine. If it will be listened to, fine. If it won't be listened to, what happens then? Do you think? But personally, do you think, as you are saying, it should be accepted because the national executive have done it? Do you think they've done the right thing?
No. People have the right to accept it, not to accept it. But what I'm saying, even if we are not happy with the decision, going publicly to criticize the decision of the national leadership is not the way to go about it. They should use the right channel. I can't force anybody to accept that decision. But I think they are our leaders. They were recently elected. They have the interests of NDC at heart. And they would have taken several things into consideration before arriving at that decision. As to whether it is right or not, I'm not at that level. Maybe what they have seen or what they have taken into consideration, I have not seen it. So I can't criticize them unfairly. Yes, people are talking about the timing, the personality involved. Yes, if we are not happy, let's use the right channel to channel our grievances. That's all what I'm saying. As to whether it's a good decision or not, it's up to the individual NDPC members to judge, make their own judgment. But going publicly to criticize it by our own members will be running into the traps of MPP.
Right. That is a nice way of putting things. But Mr. Chairman, you know, Mansa, I have to pull you in this one small. And
that's fine.
And that is you should have opinion, the work or the jobs, the performances of members, national, international, local, everything. If your executive has come out to say they have not been replaced because of incompetence or shortcomings or anything, but you as a member and a senior one should have at least something to say. Oh, this will move us ahead, other than just saying, oh, they are from the top, so you hope or we hope they have done the right thing. That is not much inspiring coming from a senior executive in the UK chapter. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong.
No. I don't think they were removed because of incompetence. A reshuffle in a politics doesn't mean that you are just reshuffling because somebody is incompetent or another person is more competent. No. Sometimes you take certain emerging conditions into consideration. And that's what they would have to reposition the party, NDC party, for the battle ahead. You understand?
Yes.
I've known, I don't have personal relationship with the Mutakanda, but Faruna is a brother, is a friend. No, we're even classmates. We sat in the same classroom. I know his competence, even dating back to our secondary school days at Navrangu School, secondary school, up to Navas, University of Ghana. We're in the same hall. I know what he's capable of doing. So competence is not one of the issues. And I've listened to him this afternoon briefly when they he said yes, he has paid his dues. At this young age, he has served as communication minister. He has served as minister for trade and industry. He has served as employment minister, now majority leader or minority leader. And then wherever you go, you see whatever landmarks he left, wherever he has been assigned to serve. So it's not about his competence. The leadership of the party would have taken certain things into consideration. And in politics, it's not everything you put in public domain. And that is why when leaders make certain decisions, and you are not happy, ask them. Use internal procedures to find out why they made what they have made, rather than going publicly. So for me, they want us to win 2024. They are leading the fight. They are the commander in chief. They may have their cabinet, a war cabinet. They are preparing certain things that which Mansa Musa is not for your consumption or my consumption.
Well,
So
you
they
can
won't
tell
tell.
me, I won't tell anyone.
You understand what I'm saying? But whatever I want, those who are trying to create an impression that NDC will be divided because of that, no, Haruna is too smart to allow this to cause problems for him. He will play important role going into 2024 general election, regardless of what the outcome of this is going to be. Because I heard some MPs are petitioning, they will send grievances. I support that. It is their constitutional right. And I think the national leadership will listen to all these grievances and still decide whatever they want to do as far as that decision is concerned. So if they decide to maintain the status quo, so be it. And then Aruna will still be part of the electionary campaign going into 2024. That is the fact of the matter.
But
So
let's say the
enemy.
pressure comes to bear and the hierarchy decides to revert or reverse this decision, then their authority is also going to be undermined, isn't it? Going
Not
forward in the
necessarily.
future.
We have what we call reflective leadership. Reflective. If they have made their decision, some people are not happy. People are petitioning. They have to listen to their argument. Who said there can be another reshuffle towards the end of this year? You understand? In the past, what happened when I'm not saying it's to happen this time around. I think when President John Mahama was nominated as running mate to Mills, he was member of parliament, isn't he? And that triggered reshuffle in the end because I think that time he was in charge of communication, the spokesperson for communication. Was it? No, he was foreign affairs. He was foreign affairs. I'm not saying anything can happen, and they will be compelled to do another reshuffle. So they might not necessarily respond instantly to whatever grievances people are going to put because I believe them. I know those two people leading our party now, General and PP. They are very experienced people. I'm not saying that the issue was just made by the two of them, but of course they are the leaders. They would have taken several things. So people like them, they make a decision for you to convince them to turn it within a couple of days, or it will be difficult. But I'm not trying to say they can never change. They can change their mind. Or maybe they will say, okay, these grievances are right, but let's leave it. Let's allow it to see whatever changes that we have made, whether to see it will yield the expected results. They did that because they are expecting some results. So let's not think that if after some time they are not getting that result, we are not Nana. We'll still say, okay, let's leave it. But of course, if after some time, couple of months, they say, okay, yes, this is the right decision. The people are delivering, then there won't be the need for them to reverse. But I don't expect them to reverse it immediately. That will be a sign of weak leadership. They won't do it. They won't.
Right. Sorry about that. If you heard anything from the background, I needed to discuss something with my producer, so don't worry about it. But let me ask you, what do you say to those who are actually opposing it from the tribal or ethnic or the group angle, from their terrain? This is the face of northern Ghana. One of them came. You heard? I don't know if you heard him. That sort of thing. How do we deal with this?
No, NDC is not a tribalistic party like others. We are a national party with everybody serving on it. Look, and because at one point in time, certain positions can always be occupied by one person. So if the leadership of the party decide to rotate it, I don't think people should read tribal undertones into it. It's just by coincidence. Let me put it that way: by coincidence, that both the minority chief whip and Aruna, both of them are from the same ethnic group, like me, the Gombes. Yes, so you see why people are. I read somewhere somebody said, "Oh,
I am from the
I'm
same."
coming. Let me finish. Let me learn." I read somewhere somebody said, "Oh, NDC is anti Dagomba." I said, "That's nonsense. What do you mean by that? No, I'm here. They are not anti me. They are not anti Haruna. We can't be. We are not like that. We are broad church. We admit everybody from every tribe, every religion. But as I said earlier on, at any point in time, we can only have one minority leader for NDC if we are in opposition.
Yes.
So and you can't say all the tribes should fit into that position at a time. So if they are rotating it and they think we have what we call regionalism, and the issue of regionalism is what we now call tribalism. Before independence, political scientists will tell you that it was what used to happen in Ghana was regionalism, where people vote on certain geographical areas depending on who is leading the party. You understand?
And since 1990, who broke that cycle, because Osagyefo won the whole of Achim land.
Exactly.
The Achim boss himself failed woefully. The same to Accra.
Exactly.
Osagyefo won against Obichegbe, and you can imagine. So anyway, listen. Let me ask you the last question. Let me ask you this question, then we can move on. The irony here is that Mansa Musa write and talk a lot. Sometimes maybe I talk too much. That you guys sometimes you create problems for yourselves where they shouldn't be. In that, some people are saying all these problems, all this reshuffle, all this issue is long overdue. By now, you guys should have even already selected your flag bearer. What do you say to this? Because I think there is some fiber or iota of truthness in that assessment, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the flag bearer issue, yes, by our own constitutional arrangement, we have missed the deadline because if we are in opposition, the expectation is that we should elect our flag bearer at least clear 24 months to the election. But here's the case, we are looking at doing it in May. But all is not yet lost. I mean, 5 months lateness, we can catch up. And that is why I think if I have my own way, I won't allow any contest. We'll rather just go and confirm John Mahama as our flag bearer and we start the campaign because he's automatically the leader and the right person to lead the party. But we are in a democratic party. When people want to express their democratic right to contest him, you can't oppose it. But let's not forget, there are certain processes that you must do before you elect your flag bearer. You do your ward election, branch election, constituency, regional, and you do your national delegate congress. We didn't have things smoothly as we were expected to. And then, as you can see, even we in the UK and Ireland, we are even yet to conduct our branch election due to certain issues that are beyond our control. So it's not something that we are happy about. We should have done it long time. But you see, even the government in power, even the party in power, they themselves are yet to get their flag bearer. But we are not comparing ourselves to them. All what I can say, it was due to certain things that best known to the leaders, which some of them are in public domain. The challenges that we had before conducting our internal elections led to where we are, and we are yet to elect our flag bearer. But I bet you, the way we are prepared, even if we elect our flag bearer 2 months to the election, we are going to beat MPP hands down. So I'm not saying we are going to delay it unnecessarily. I'm praying and hoping the May deadline the date will not be postponed. We need the flag bearer. And I have no doubt in my mind that the party delegate will overwhelmingly elect President John Mahama to lead the party. I shouldn't be saying
let's hope so. But coming to
opinion.
matters local, I hope, I can only say that I hope that by this weekend, when you've had all your meetings on all your engagement, then after that we'll get a clearer picture. Where you guys are going, with regards to NDC UK executive elections. Do you hope to get some clearance, a clear picture of how to proceed?
Yeah, look, I'm still the incumbent chairman, so certain things are internal party issues. I can't comment on that. But processes are going on to make sure that we elect our executives as soon as possible. The Saturday meeting is a meeting that will be attended by our incoming president and flag bearer. And normally the flag bearers don't get involved in party organization. That's my experience. Not even at national level, let alone we small fish in the big pond. You can Allah. So I'll be surprised if our internal issues take center stage. But I may be wrong because the national chairman will also
obviously
be
he's not coming alone. So my question was that after you've done all this, we are hoping that you get a clearer picture as to how you proceed. That's my question.
No, as I said, there are certain things that I can say publicly because that will be divulged.
So you think you're not going to get a clearer picture after?
I'm not going to be dragged into answering that question, Mansa Musa.
All right. I hope you get a clearer picture.
Let me make this clear. We UK and Ireland did not invite the national chairman or the flag bearer or the incoming flag bearer. The flag bearer is coming to attend a public lecture at Chatham House on strategic priorities for Africa and the role of Africa. So that is what is bringing them here. But of course, as the responsible father and leader of our party, yes, look, I can't come into a town without saying hi to my children. So that's why we are meeting with him. So not that they left Accra to come and discuss our internal politics. We need to grow up, honestly. I mean, Accra are not happy. We need to grow up as a party because we are supposed to be role models for the constituencies in Ghana. Why am I saying that? We are the most educated people in this chapter, more experienced people, and we can manage our own internal election. It's an embarrassment. It's an embarrassment.
I will leave you to carry on with that, but it's something to say that you have the most educated people. I think the Americans will have something to say. People in France will also have something to say. Likewise, people in Germany, and then not even thinking of it.
We are one of them.
They are also clued up, really.
No. You know, when we're growing up, the perception is that the Londoners are the highly educated, isn't it? So that perception is still there. I could be wrong because Germany, France, US, they also have educated people. But the mentality is that, look, let me tell you one thing. Among the diaspora, we UK and Ireland have the highest number. That is a fact. Yes. So the Americans may be there, the Germans will be there. When you come to numerical strength, we are leading. And that is why when I hear people saying that we need vibrancy, I say, are they looking at the data? What are they talking about? I don't want to go into our internal politics, but we are better off now than 10 years ago. That is the fact of the matter. Politics is about numbers. We have the numbers, even more than US and Germany. This small, tiny island. Yes.
Anyway.
It happened under this administration. Yes.
Mr. Chairman,
the evidence are there.
I tell you what, for what it's worth, I wish you a smooth ride this weekend, especially with all the...
Yeah, you are invited, Mansa Musa. I think the communication team are going to get some journalists to come
Yes,
around.
well, I've explained, I've told them my peace of mind that things are not clear. I mean, we should get a proper invite as to where to go, what to do, and what time. At the moment, it's iffy. Either Friday, Chatham House, or Saturday, somewhere else. And it's iffy. It's not good enough. So we are still waiting.
Chatham House is a public event. So
exactly. So that one is out.
Yes.
That one.
No, you can come.
I mean, we can come as an observer to come and listen. That's fine. But when it comes to what we, the engagement we want to have with your people, I think we are still in the dark. It's not clear.
I think the communication officer and his team, I think they are working on that. So I can't comment on.
We hope so.
But I'm sure they will definitely reach out to you.
Okay.
They will.
Baba, this one here, today is all about what's happening in Parliament. So I'm not going to engage you too much on local politics. I'll leave you to rest and get ready for your people coming. Have a good evening. Have a good evening.
Thank you. And good evening to our charity listeners. Yeah.
Right, so that was Chairman Bamba. Now I've got 3136 on my left and I think Lawns on my right. Let me take 15-20 seconds commercial break, just these few seconds, then we come and continue with the Jerryman waiting.
For Society, Yenam Top Connect so a manisika de bagana if we are fananina yentia capre. Annie, are free? Top Connect a masika money I am recra. You hear any so but download it with Top Connect app no our Play Store. Diama with Android phone and as we use iPhone so or Apple Store. Top Connect. I simple cra. Top Connect to a mind bread. North America and Asia. Woman would do sika for Top Connect so I tem na emre na mawa hoto swonso sese sika manye di foforo any Top Connect so we yan chechemu bia for Top Connect our +442 081 6155 and a +442 081 761 600 +447 882 950 088 and nasa hwehwe Top Connect our barefoot interfidie nyina so Top Connect Fesika mane wa dofra sunjemu a untia kapre Top Connect yensu ye dienie.
Right, I duly seriously recommend Top Connect for you guys whenever you want to send money. When it comes to remittances, Top Connect is the top. 3136 came before Lawns came, even though Lawns was there previously. So I will go to 3136. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Mansa, and hello to Lawns on the other side.
Yo, Lawns, so ciao. Hello, Lawnsy.
Mansa, catch me on some genocide when Genosopa hopes and where
are you? Sabaro, dear now, Dioba.
Well, Mansa, Musa, and yeah, I've been listening to the chapter sermon about the questions you asked him and his answers. So yeah.
Yeah, and what is going on in I think in Parliament and in the Obaha, and you what do you saying?
Oh, I mean, who say news to be we need to follow. Party executives, they throw fashion Mansa. Bear in mind that they just been elected not long ago with the overwhelming support from all the delegates. So, and we elected them to make decisions on our behalf. So the maternity. So, like somebody like our chairman, Saying Ketia, being in Parliament before, being secretary and Senate chairman, when a normal so difficult on the other side or Parliament chair and Senate will be a minister, so they know the decision they are taking. Only say any decision there, just a track, but they want to make sure, say, the party interest is served first. They want to make sure, say, they will win election 2024 and beyond. Anything you do, and these decisions, you know, the better making those decisions, you know. They don't need any vote or anything from anybody. Any constitution, which I was saying, a parliamentarians say, we are about the end, Daddy, sir, executive CR, and they were more church will be a MPs, say, this will be your leaders. And the Yankasa Yatu Abanso. Masamusa Otemenka. Yankasa see a green bar, and was so more to a back to a Mudabi. So it's entirely their decision. We say we need to support them, make sure say a good decision now by making and then the right Maya a bit media couldn't ever the animal so. But of course, they know say all this idea cost no. If you may require I don't know 2013, come on, John Dramani Mahama Rini Yalu Obudi Anu Boludi as a minister. The Echo Suyana and call for the end waterman. They started demonstrations on Munti. Meanwhile, now the Ukraine Yambu. And you know, maybe I made me free me say, and Pelifono will make it this, you know, announcement. They know say all these things about the possible. On my way, but they feel right to say. The right decision for the party to move on forward. And military say, and society, and having a Mutakano. How many years have they been there? From say to opposition. So me say party no more. So I don't see anything say a baby say yet. I don't know. Me so be so buta say into which say Aaron and Mosano. How would they feel? Say, are they going to backbench? And I'm saying, Brahman will say, Theresa May is still in Parliament. Mansa Musa, who would Theresa May our Parliament? Boris is still there. Name them. Even the Strauss or I could see party no free. So what is all this to say? Just a young Yakoyan Kophobia. After the nipa bi etu baby na say wo kwase so mo kra ati say wo kwadi supreme power bi every baby ati say ye ma enoma eye dendende ma ye da ba maybe me feel say the decision has already been made. We need to really support it behind it, make sure say e be work and we should be pa ye bo di ya fact. They are well ahead. They are capable of making sure that being on our parliament we share the new leader, Dr. Akufo Addo. Share the background. Share come about parliament. Watch out. We need the economy. So me and this time, the debate is about how economy is going. And the real debate has been an economy. So they make it. And you may need the economic background, very strong, or put you on challenge. Your opponent. So media, me free say, I elect Uncle for to make decisions on our behalf. That's why we make changes. And then I was here sorry. Nah, yes, say anything. That be. They hold many free say Ibrahim your friend is saying Mutaka one MP from far Tamalehono. Oh, we will see the deal. Because some statement in the Bible only will be a review post to first. I think he said the party executive need to call him into order. Okay. Hello, Madam Musa. Okay. Hello,
Mansa Musa.
Yes.
Hello, Mansa.
Yes, go ahead.
Mansa,
yes.
This now you're discussing very sensitive to your well-being, not just as a political party, but as a country. I'm saying me earlier submissions may can say there's no way
with me the contributions of the previous minority leadership in parliament. Free baby I say either positive or negatively. But individually, me worry say yet me allow just any person to take the whole system for granted. Yes, Haruna. Yes, Tamale South Mugabe. Muntaka. Me pacho we mun so nchen party no. Me pese me kasa na quite aye kasa tree. Na me problem kakra me wo say I say you move be say certain groups everyday ethnicity, in fact bigotry into the whole process. I don't know, unfortunate, this tells you how immature our political discourse has become, and the fact that it still has got a long way to go. Now may analogy be said we share from 1992 ever since the day 19 constitution we shall say Jumano Uba NDC more apart from JHO a champon I know all the minority and majority leaders within the NDC either in opposition or not in government has come from the northern part of our country. What I say it's a geopolitics in the Mansa back in 2016 the NDC lost almost 13 seats in the central region. Right? I can't speak in regional. A swing region, you need that region to win an election. Go to the western region. But because the NDC was not formed on the basis of how Obi could bring his region or whatever on board, but looking at the exigencies of the time, we need to appraise our situations and say, indeed, your leadership now in parliament, have they met the expectation of their own constituents? It is not just a decision that the NDC, your friends, your National Executive Council, and the Functional Executive Council, it's national you got
to hold it again for me for a few minutes. This one won't be long. A gentleman from Ghana, known as Awal, is with us here. So let's listen to him to know his over. Mr. Awal, Mr. Awal Foka, good evening.
Good evening.
I hear you are one of the executives. Is it the Tamale South Central? Sorry, South constituency? Hello, did you hear my question?
No, there was some breakages.
No problem. Which constituency do you belong to?
Tamale South constituency.
Tamale South. So obviously, are you one of the executives?
Yes, please.
If you can elaborate. You are a chairman, deputy chairman, secretary. What are you?
I'm a communication officer.
Oh, brilliant. My name is Mansa Musa, and someone actually recommended that I speak to you. The problem, or not a problem, but the issue in the parliament, we call it a reshuffle. Apparently, you guys are not very happy. Why?
First of all, let me take this opportunity. I don't know the time you are now.
It is the same time. The same time. It is the same time now.
Very well, very well. Good evening to your cherished listeners. I think the issue is just simple. I think yesterday we heard the news of the so-called reshuffle you are referring to. So when we heard the news, as conscious at least we need to organize ourselves to confirm the veracity of the story as to what we are also hearing is true or not. Through to our checks, we got the confirmation that that is a decision that has been taken by two individuals within the NDC, just to oust the minority leader and a few others within the leadership of the party at the front bench of the minority in parliament. So when we heard the news, minority, particularly one of our like. Certainly, when they hear such unpleasant news, they will surely want to come around to also confirm whether what they are hearing is true or not. So when they came, I mean, we gave the confirmation, and when we gave the confirmation, most of them didn't take it kindly because they can't comprehend this decision. Because all of us are well aware that this is the first time NDC as a minority we are taking such a decision, a reckless decision. I'll describe it because this decision that have been taken, we've all been in Ghana for quite some time now. We've never seen such decision. MPP have been in opposition before. We've seen how they have done their changes. NDC have been in opposition before. We have seen the days of Sumana Badri. We have seen their days. And we have seen how the NDC as a political party have done changes to the leadership of the party in parliament. So today, if we are seeing something else or something different from what the status quo is, certainly we will be worried. So yesterday, the chairman didn't take it kindly. We stood firm behind him. We addressed the media and aired his grievances. Our grievances because we virtually stood for what he said on a number of media outlets that you saw yesterday. We still stand by some of the things.
Yesterday, I saw the clip.
And you see that.
I saw the clip of your chairman. I will say angrily trying to express his opinion. But let's carry on. I want to ask you. You said this decision was made by two people. Has it been officially confirmed that it was two people only who made this decision?
Are you aware that I'm a consensus executive? Like I just introduced myself.
Yes.
I'm a consensus executive. We are all in NDC.
Yes.
We have a way of getting our information. You know, just 2-3 months ago, we were delegates to the national. So as a result of it, our connection with most of the executive at the national level, when we heard the news, we tried in our checks. And I can was take the functional executive committee organizer. I mean, I won't mention names, but the core functional executive, most of them are not aware of this decision. It's just only the decision of the chairman and the general secretary. And our point is simple. What they are doing will not augur well for the party going to 2024 elections. Because I can tell you, this decision, see that people are burning ties in Asawasi today. Is this a time for us to be doing some of these things? Just 2-3 days ago, when you watch media outlets in Ghana, both Accra, issues in discussion have been issues of the COVID funds that have been squandered by this reckless MPP government. Both media are the media against ourselves. Because what we are seeing today, we are setting a dissatisfaction agenda, a self-destruction pattern on ourselves. Because what we are seeing, look at the in this media. Today, I'm talking to you about NDC. At least, it's possible that it would have been something else that would bring bread and butter issues, or maybe things that would have been a critique of this stuff. Today, we are wasting time to talk about issues that we needed to at least give a second thought. Evidences are that former President John Dramani Mahama they confided in him about the decision of this one. And I'm told that he said, no, this is not the time for you to take this decision. Even though I understand some of them are arrogantly saying that they are now in charge. Because President Mahama, because he's not yet a flag bearer, he doesn't have the authority to tell them what to do. But I can tell you, in doing counting, if we don't count one, we will get to two. The party is all of us.
Awal, I totally agree with you. In fact, I would love for you to stand well, because the conversation is very, very, very important. Most of London and UK people are listening to you, and people are interested in what you say. So kindly, patch yourself in a convenient place so that you don't break up, or tell people not to call you because you are busy talking to London. Anyway, except serious calls only. Anyway, coming back to what you've just said, yes, we should be discussing something different, something like the reshuffle we are waiting for Akufo Addo to do, and he doesn't want to give a damn to anybody. All those things can be discussed, but now we are discussing. Don't you think if you guys too had just accepted it and said, look, we are not happy with this, but it is the top hierarchy. We believe in chain of command. So if they have done this with a bitter, sort of feeling, let's move on. We accept their decision and move on. Instead of trying to create a scene, to give ultimatums. If they don't do this and that, then you are prolonging the agony, so to speak.
They want to prolong the agony of NDC, so we want to help them. If they are leadership of the party today, we just elected them 2 months ago, and they think that they want to set a dissatisfaction. We just elected them 2 months ago, and they think that they want to set a dissatisfaction.
Right, we are listening to.
We set a dissatisfaction agenda in our constituency. Yes. So if we have elected them to lead us, yes. So if we have elected them to lead us. Hello.
Yes, go ahead. It keeps breaking, but it's okay. Go ahead. Hello. If you can hear me. I know people want to barge in, people call in, and whenever someone calls,
either within the MPP or the NDC.
Go ahead, please.
No. Yes. I said we've not seen this.
Go ahead.
No. Before. We've not seen this before. How are we getting it? So why today?
Yeah, but Mr. Awal, Mr. Foka, listen. In life, I can see your picture. You are a very matured-looking person. The line is already dropping in and out, and it doesn't augur well at all. Let's see if we can get Mr. Awal Foka. He is from the Tamale South constituency. Mr. Awal, yeah, you are back.
Hello.
Yeah, you are back. Yes, what I was saying is. Oh dear. Can you hear me now? Yes. What I was saying is, Mr. Awal, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah. Hello. Can you?
Hello. Better now.
Okay. What I was saying is, I'm looking at your picture and it is better, far better. Don't worry. You see, I can see your photo here. You look very matured. So it looks as if you've had some experience in life. Nothing on this planet, on this earth, nothing in life stays forever. So for you to say that you have never seen this before, it doesn't mean it should never happen. Why don't we all, including yourself, me, I'm not an NDC man, but why don't you take it in good faith that, look, presumably, or perhaps they are working for or in the interest of the party. So even though we don't like this decision, we are going to accept it. What is wrong with doing that? What is wrong with doing that?
You know what? Well, about the pictures doesn't speak about the truth.
Are you driving or something? I'm sure, Mr. Awal, are you driving?
Yes, I'm not. I'm just standing at one location.
It's strange, but it keeps breaking in up and down. Where are you now? Are you in Tamale now?
I'm currently in Tamale.
Okay. Listen, WhatsApp calls are usually like this. we will try and persist and see where we can go. Are you on any other platform like Signal? Are you on Signal?
No.
Are you on Skype? I will organize Skype for you one day, but we will have to just persevere. Don't worry. We will persevere a little bit. I'm asking you if you can hear me.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you guys take it? Why don't you take it in good faith? And instead of saying that, oh, this has never happened before. This has never happened before. Why don't you take it in good faith? In the interest of the party, let's, even though very painful, let's take it and move on.
But before I proceed to answer your question, the position we are holding on to, minority leader doesn't subscribe to it. That's fact must be stated so that we know that this is a position of us as executive. Because we are also elected to do the work of the constituency.
Sure.
So we need to do things that will promote the goodwill and the goodwill of the council. So what we are doing is basically different from the thoughts of minority leader. I
am very happy and honored you said it, because I have spoken to people close to him, and he is determined to let this case die. I mean, not die, but so that it will not disrupt NDC too much. So if you are working on behalf of the constituency, fine. He doesn't have any hand in it. That is also fine. And it's good that you are telling me this on my radio show. Thank you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes. So, but currently, what we are also doing is that, to some extent, all what I was saying was basically issues about what transpired. But today, I think who has will now because what I saw gradually happening in our party today, I think that and we urge on our people to just go down and wait and see what we are talking about.
Brilliant. I'm happy, it is bitter, it is annoying sometimes, but in politics, certain decisions, we have to take the smooth with the rough, the bitter with the sweet, everything. Look, I want to give you an assignment. Can you get your what do we call it? The chairman. I saw him. He spoke very powerfully to come and speak to Mansa Musa. I mean, you can get me his number and talk to him, then I will call him.
But he's not on the social media handle.
So he's not on WhatsApp.
He is, but if I'm not closer to him,
that means he hasn't got it, but you have it. No, but seriously, if you can alert him so that if not today, tomorrow, because today I think I'm left with about 30 minutes. If I can get him today, I'll speak to him as the chairman, because I watched his clip and he spoke very powerfully, very, not emotionally, but rather passionately. And I like that. I like people like that. If you can get him, tell him that Mansa Musa wants to speak to him.
Like I did, and you wanted to say I'm a gentleman to say what I say.
Now you are pushing back to me. Look, your minority leader, listen, Idrusim is that he knows me very well. In fact, he is almost planning to come and speak to me. So tell what's the chairman's name? Your chairman?
AlhajiAlhassanMbalba Abdul
AlhajiAlhassanMbalba. Tell Abdul that Mansa Musa wants to speak to him or with him to discuss stuff with him. Then send me his number and I'll call him. Okay? Awal.
I will do.
You guys all have the proper ancient African names, and I want you to be working with Mansa Musa so that we'll move forward in a very straight line. Oh, brilliant. Anyway, I think his connection. So give me your last sum up for me. Yeah. Give me your last closing remarks, then I will say goodbye to you.
Yes. I think my closing remark is basically that what we saw yesterday, we weren't happy. And all what we saw yesterday was just to register our displeasure about what had transpired on the decision that they have taken. But the real
what's up? I will slap you. The thing, if I catch you, what's happening? The thing I could do to you.
is that at least we are human beings. When we see the sins of that caliber taken by people who should know better, that some of these decisions we are taking at this time will go a long way to affect the party unity, and we go back.
That our your system is breaking. Oh dear. I hate it if we go off air unceremoniously like this. Let me see if I can get so that we complete the conversation. It's not to go, French leave like that. Yeah, the phone dropped, but
hello.
Yes, I will make you go, but let me say this, that there is a saying that it's better to be a messenger in government than a manager in opposition. So whatever it is, surely Mr. Haruna Idrisu is not being removed from the NDC. If NDC should come to power 2024, surely I'm sure he's going to get some heavy position which he will use to develop and help his community. Don't you believe this?
No, I don't believe it. With this decision that they have taken, if this same national leadership are going to be part of the decision that will be taken in the future NDC government, these are some of the decisions they will take.
Oh, no! You make my heart sink. Now you make my heart sink. I believe that the guy. Look, if he himself said doesn't want this thing to escalate, he knows that he is still in the party.
As for leader, like I told you earlier, as for leader, he doesn't subscribe to some of these things. He is mad at us, and he will not even be happy with me speaking to you on this platform. Well, be happy with you.
Well, the recording of this thing, I'm sure if he hears the recording, he'll be happy, because this is a medium that we have not used to rather, promote chaos and hatred and annoyance and anger. We have rather, we've spoken properly. We have spoken concretively. And I think if he hears this, he will be happy. Listen, because of the line, we are struggling. So I'll let you go, but please don't forget, do me a favor and get me your chairman's telephone number. I will take it from there. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. But we prefer to be than to be,
the line is very, very, very poor. I would have loved to talk to Awa for a long, but the line is not very, very crazy. Lons. Okay, I think Lons is gone home. 2227. Hello.
Hello, Mansa Musa.
Yes.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, this is Joe from Leeds.
I know. The way you talk like a soldier giving command, I knew it was Joe from Leeds.
Yeah, very good evening to you, your producer, and your all your members in the studio, and then also to your listeners. Yeah, Mansa Musa.
Yes.
This issue sums up who Ghanaians really are. Very hypocritical. Ghanaians are very hypocritical. When he is not in power, he wants Akufo Addo to reshuffle. Your ministers are not working. Reshuffle. They reshuffle in his party. He's angry. He's mad. Assuming today, Haruna Idrisu should die, we should not have a minority leader. Muntaka should die, we should not have a chief whip. What kind of rubbish is that? We tolerate too much stupidity. In all sincerity, we tolerate too much stupidity. Look at what he's saying. that the decision was taken by the chairman and the secretary. Is he also then confirming that the leadership in parliament, as was conferred on Haruna Mutaka, was also a decision taken by the then chairman and the secretary? Is that what he's also saying?
Well,
so now
he has also said that the man who is actually in the center of all this, he himself doesn't like the activities of his constituency members, because I actually watched the clip of the constituency and the way they were shouting, the way they were shouting, it was not that very nice.
Haruna's posture and Haruna's statement does not even help matters. Because you, Haruna, somebody was there before you were brought
Dr. Ren, please hold it for me.
Somebody was there before you, Haruna, was brought in. His posture is not helping matters. Look, Mansa Musa, you were here when Kaswa Bandam or Kaswa whatever, Rambo whatever, said the NDC people, they only making noise. All they needed was money. Who was leader of the minority? You were here.
Well, listen. For me, I need to try and come in that. Look, officially, no one is ascribing things that has happened in Parliament to this particular, for the reason for them being reshuffled. So, if you bring
I am not alluding to the fact that it is because of that. That's why they are doing the reshuffle. But what I am saying is that if you want me to believe that at all costs Mutaka and Haruna have to be replaced, then we will bring in these issues. Because me, as a Ghanaian, I am really disappointed in the NDC as to why they've allowed Haruna and Mutaka to be opposed till today. I am really disappointed because these are the people who sat down there for the first time in the history of Ghana for an imposter to enter into parliament. What happened to that? You remember we were fighting this e-levy. Do you remember? When all Ghanaians were saying e-levy was not good, Haruna opted for halving of the e-levy. When Ghanaians were saying we don't want e-levy, Haruna said, you make it half. Instead of 100%, make it 50%. That was the demand of Haruna. When every Ghanaian was against e-levy, he wanted half of it. You think this guy represents who Ghanaians want? He represents what Ghanaians are fighting for. They have been there long enough. And in any civilized society, we see when Kiesama, exactly after election, he changed leadership. He reshuffled. But you are in opposition, you make noise about the government in power having the same face every day and they are not performing. Tell me what Muntaka, Haruna, and the leadership of parliament after the 2020 election, or even before 2020 election, what they've been able to achieve.
Hang on a second. Hang on. Don't go away. Don't go. King Edwin. Hello, King Edwin.
Hello, Mansa.
So somebody is talking. Obi kasa was our phone. So, intimidate by two hold. Then he pakrone we. What was so miensa? And how a club how you are number 5 on the line.
No worries, I'm waiting.
Right, Joe from Leeds, Yen Twaso.
Yeah. So it is not a matter of Haruna and for that matter, it has to be Haruna. You see, we are rather giving out a signal that apart from Haruna, there is, and you see, Mansa Musa, what these people are doing, what they don't realize is that I am a fan of this reshuffle. I like it, I love it, I will sleep with it, I will dream with it, and I will do everything with it. If they rescind their decision, we also will be on rampage.
Honestly, if they rescind their reverse it, the authority will be completely destroyed.
Yes, no, you ignore the authority. Ignore the authority. They have tax in Tamale and Asawaso or whatever. If they rescind it, the people in Central Region who are in the constituency of Akufo Addo, the people, Aman and Zima, Kofibua, will also rise up. We will not vote for NDC. We would also not vote for NDC. The northern people can only vote and NDC will win power. What kind of rubbish is that?
Anyway, I still have to contend with the fact there shouldn't be any. Joe,
there was somebody there.
I shouldn't listen. What I'm saying is, there shouldn't be any tribal connotation. I don't like it. I mean,
but that is what is going on.
No, that's not what is going on. Even the people I've spoken to, you see, the last person, even he said Haruna is not happy the way they throng.
If Haruna is not happy, look, if Haruna is not
you are not
happy,
listening.
Hold the press conference
listening.
And say that, look,
you are not. He said even he himself, Haruna, is not happy with the way.
It's a lie. It's a lie.
It's the way.
Is behind all
no. It's true. It's true. Listen. No. I will not allow you to speculate. I will not allow you to speculate, Joe. You can't speculate. Haruna himself has advised people not to even talk to the media, to enrage people or to escalate.
Were you there when Haruna said that? Were you there? Were you there when Haruna said that?
You think I'm going to tell you everything I hear, especially when it's private? I
do not care whether Haruna has said
I know you are coming from with passion. I know, but
yes, what I want to see from a true leader, a true gentleman. If Haruna truly does not want people to go about throwing stones, burning whatever, and saying
nobody has done that. Even the Asawasi guy Suarez, he said they are bitter, but they are not going to give any ultimatum. They are not going to do anything. Even the Asawasi man said it, that they are not going to do anything. Even though they are not
what I am saying is that
this your revolution thing 79. We beg you, make you just give us a break.
Musa, you see,
just give us a break.
It's like we preparing the food and some people putting sand in the food. How do we get food to eat? We are trying to build a party that some 10 years, 15 years ago, no intellectual would want to even associate itself with the NDC. Today, there is a professional forum in the NDC. All because the party has gone through the process of rebuilding and all that, making the party very attractive. Mansa Musa, if I tell you today how many university students are signing up to become NDC members, you will be shocked. You understand?
Nothing shocks me anymore.
One last second. That target attitude. We should move away from it because we need to realize that NDC members alone, we cannot vote for the NDC to capture political power. We need floating voters. But some of these attitudes does not attract the floating voters to come and join us.
Okay.
You understand? So I plead with Haruna Idrisu Muntaka, hold a press conference and say that, look, what has occurred or what has happened is the norm. It is the same thing.
Okay. As for that, I totally agree with you. Yeah. If anything, they should call
but to go and stand somewhere and say that you have been majority leader, you have been whatever, and so what?
Joe,
no, we are not party now saying power. Instead of this, we want political power because Haruna knows what he's getting in as a minority leader. That is why they are there. So if they want, we support them so that we maintain the minority leader and we stay in opposition. Yes, minority leader and stay in opposition. If that's what they want, we will support it.
Have a good evening,
thank you,
my friend. Yeah, revolution for money.
Mansa.
May the last word, may the Bema laws into the laws. You know, mommy. Basically, the last word.
Hello, Mansa.
Ren.
Yes, Mansa.
Also, the revolution. Meet you.
Yo, Mansa. Namenda Masile, you my palm body, my Ghana from UK, and we are singing. I'm the reshuffle, Sebi, Abba, that was here. Time no, was it right or wrong? For me, Dr. Renedier, being a political student of Africa, I think it was the right timing. Yes, video in 1992, I can remember me by Mr. Abranti, be a friend of Akufo Addo, and a president, a president. 2008, we need first round, second round, we're ready. NDC by fire, Tamils by Akufo Addo did more. We do maybe no. Akufo Addo, said there being confused or no more sabotage, and then the coup. Elected, the underword here is elected chairman of the New Patriotic Party and the general secretary of the New Patriotic Party. These were people that were elected. What you say? You could see them in the party in the But Akufo Addo, in his wisdom, realized that that particular team was not going to give him victory in the day. You see, when you are going to a battle, now they are not on your side and you cannot trust them. The best thing you have to do is say immediately what you want to change. Now the question here is also fair. Aruna Idrisu, you say reshuffle. Reshuffle, I say. We have a team, and we think it's a team, battle, that particular team, you cannot lead our people in parliament. That does not mean you are not part of the team. Where is the ruler balloon here? Because before you became the leader, you were being a leader. Now, process now, you do as a leader, is the same process and they apply. What is good for the goose then must equally be good for the gander now. It's why are we shouting? You see, I am so proud of the leadership led by Chairman General Asiedu Nketia and the affable gentleman, General Secretary Fifi Kweti. Now I am rest assured, and my heart is at peace, knowing that NDC is now ready for power. Before they don't know the agro. Because you see, when you are going to battle with people that are trained propagandists, like the NPP, you leave no stone unturned. You go it with all your missiles. Now the question here, which is the big question, that Haruna Idrisu and his people from the Tamale should ask themselves, is NDC popular in the northern region? NPP is losing seats in the northern region. Then you have to ask yourself, if we have a minority leader now of the northern part, and we are losing members in the northern part, then there's a big question mark. And that question mark is that he is not being effective in the northern region. So FDR, now the parliamentary duties, prevent him from not being effective in his constituency. And society here, and the Yama won't train, the Yaman of Rubimra. Then the question somebody will ask and say, what about Amabua? Go and look at the numbers Amabua, and then a case we have pool for the central and western region in the year 2020 election. Now, after 2016 election, so what you say? 2016 did not perform well. 2020 they performed very, very well. And in politics it's all about numbers. And in democracy, knowing someone like Chairman Asiedu Nketia, with the experience of the year election, and the best thing this particular leadership for me, Muntaka, any Haruna Idrisu should understand. There is no turning back. The decision has already been made. And when you look at the grounds, people are excited. Both the academicians and both the middle income people and both the foot soldiers are what grounds now. All that they are saying is that now NDC is ready for power. You see, Mansa, let us not kid ourselves. With these people are said you MPP for you. Mansa, with the agro team. And for me, this particular team by the NDC, let us applaud them. Now, things women are consistent because the northern part, say NPP Kotwa Banun Kuyi as the flag bearer. Remember, says the Savannah district, NPP for 4 seats, NDC were 3 seats. If you cried, you can't offer quite so much. Can offer. As soon as I could Baumia, and gradually all gaining the grounds and the numbers in the northern region. Then there's cause for alarm. And that is where I saw when you call. No more everybody no more Haruna, 2%. But what do you northern region? When you will be more so that the NDC can win massively come 2024. And if they are going to win, then that is where Haruna Idrisu, the loyalty will be tested. In the immediate future, Jewaka, and pay for the worker. For me, forget about the naysayers of the New Patriotic Party. Woman was sure, knowing that the General Secretary is Fifi Kweti, knowing that Ase Diketia is the chairman of the NDC. Who would that woman that because now no the trained propagandists are meeting people also are when it comes to communication, when it comes to say we are radical, when it comes to say they are poised for a victory. No, these people are ready. And no now MP before that woman now. A cousin, before and then but of 50 way, so the but you see, it's not going to stand. Send your MPP to me, Masa, plan against the focus and the year of break upon. I think by December, everything a 2024, the NDC, I'm sure will just come up with a total plan so that at least we need massively in the northern region, in the Volta region, Western Central, the Makassar 2024 election. It is only 2 regions that will vote for the New Patriotic Party. And those 2 regions will vote based on ethnic jingoism, not because of competence. They are going to vote because Omu Santifoni, Omu Eastern region for Omu MPP. Apart from that, they are not going to vote because of competence of the New Patriotic Party. And for me, it's going to be 14 regions voting massively for the NDC against 2 regions. So the almost will be
Brilliant. Hopefully, weekend. I don't know whether it will be Friday or Saturday. We'll see you at one of the Deba grounds.
You, Mate. Good afternoon. All right, then. Take care. See you. All right, bye.
So that was Dr. Ren, a good friend of mine. He is with our other media platform. Also a very good presenter and a journalist in London here. King Edward but King Edward.
Mansa.
Yeah, King Edward.
Yeah, Mansa.
Who by Ansana Kwesiba and Timoteo.
Oh, okay. Kwesi, Chairman of Fana.
Kwesi Sheffield.
Yeah, Chairman of Fana. Now what can I don't give you money.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sir Francis, I'm one Joe.
Yeah, me too. Kiredo mi chopa. Yeah, Pastor Musa.
Me just so bro. Me just so anyano.
Maybe Rofi saw a chairman hopeful crowd.
And a Macau, so we are Macau. Incoming chairman of NDC UK Ireland.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. And Matia, I mean, chairman, all of them a team in Zambia, Sabato Becca, yeah, far. Near cost one on the CB Katiaka be no beca, there is more to it. No more not done near a CB Katiaka, Sabato Becca be a name of no Dr. Ram, your Becca is here, no. The statement or this as that is the reality on the ground. Your Becca and a train the Mugu Keke. So, here, oh, all cancers, oh, Kokumbi. Now, Shana, the Nipa be Omo Eka or squad and no horn, or Hena say, own to me for Munkodin Kunimua, also you Musin chain, and that's all best sabotagewa, also you Musin chain. That is the reality on the ground, and that is a fact. But the idea don't get here, you can say, next election, I mean, economy and the election. And you also will be economic. Na nunti no makoyi Haruna every all a day at all force in Abano. Hey, nani at the Saudi and Common Cofa, blood of boy, and Mayor Flag Bearer. Nagajo Mama, the Odim Osimde. The economy near can once a year. And no near the 2024 elections there. Any of your mama communicator or no or Bedum. Common Cofa blood of war. One on former finance minister. And the NDC led by a Siedun Ketia administration, you know, Oman has Oma concede defeat. Oma concede defeat in advance. According to a Siedun Ketia, oh, dear Dr. Ren Kaya, Nidino say Remo say Reno, Samamunia on Benjamin. Your Kaya was sketchy, you know, so we a leader, Mau Ane, not the dinner Debbie. Take it since she be then could try her by and watch him be so abra Samana and Casa and then the Fatim no. Which Yemua, Mansa Musa, so only I may catch according to information mania, which is very authentic, you know. Dr. Dufo, Cobra Dufo, yeah, yes, so what can he say? So when a frag bearer now, or the Haruna Idrisu, and the band running mate, minority leader. Enti bibi wapa Rem nunim Dr. Rem nunim na nunu wa ha sia no ka no enti NDC fo no ncho ma dwene nkosa asem no so ensem pie ka ho ya min pese mese wo bresa se muze wo breko na ebi su wetire media me betom enti dia me asedun katia NDC chairman enya adwene ni se what take a decision even though you no kwa na take here. But as a chairman, there you are the leader of the, committee. And as whatever decision I'm taking, you know, in your name. And this Bob on Tia Betrimo can you quit woman name from a wada. And no crepa what's a munumono, a dini bakwa making. So, enti sana here, any near kika humpi. Name says sana or more canon say. Yeah, the economy and the 2024 elections into a permanent little leader who need economics there. Then why are they rooting for John Dramani Mama communicator? Why you have Dr. Dufo as former finance minister? Why?
You
arrest Madam Musa.
at the NG. That's it.
Good night.
Where's he?
Bye.
Mansa, and you bring your own radio to wire the papa. In fact, Michel greetings, Kinedward, Michel, Medasiso. Musa, honestly, Dr. Ren has made my day, to be honest with you. Musa, you see, so what NDC folks you understand is that General Asedin Katia, the chairman general, what promised NDC for say he want to deliver power for NDC. As an elected leader, he knows exactly what he's about. Musa, what is the responsibility of a field marshal who takes his regiment to the field and is not ready to win a war? Would he allow all his regiment to be killed? No. He will make sure that the team that is on the field are ready for the fight. It's in the strength. All NDC folks who are speaking that, they should calm down. Because now we have elected the new leadership whom you want them to deliver power 2024. So whatever arrangement that they are doing, we should allow them to come and make sure that we are ready to win power, Mansa Musa. Sure, let me take you to Arsenal. When Ateta was given Arsenal to manage, he started doing something in Arsenal, including removal of Aubameyang. Some of us didn't even understand what the gentleman was. Do you know? You see what Ateta has done to Arsenal now? He has reformed Arsenal to a level that Arsenal now can be reckoned with. So that is what the leader does. So yes, sir, after all, Haruna has mentioned that he has served for 20 years. He has been minister in other areas. And if the party new leadership feels Haruna can play a key role within the northern region to deliver power, what is wrong about it? Yes, sir. Like Dr. Ambu said, young brothers and sisters in the northern region are what's warrior, Campilo, they have a right to submit petition to Accra. Nobody stops. Sorry, stops them. But the best one, 2024 election, There is only one thing National Democratic Congress need. Musa, we need power. 2024 is not a chicken soup game. So changes is part of the game. And that changes, some will even reflect in the UK and Ireland chapter. Let me promise you this. So, Mansa Musa, we are pleading to all our NDC folks. We beg them. We should allow the new leadership to come with plans, come with strategy that will deliver power. Yeah, Akufo Addo, we shouldn't underestimate that gentleman on MPP, though he's living. When he realized that with his former chairman, he can't win power, what did he do? He kicked him out and he brought somebody who thinks he can let him win power. And they want power. NDC, it is only one thing we need, the political power. Whatever it will take for the new leadership to work around giving us victory, NDC folks, we beg you, especially our colleagues in the northern region, we have one NDC. Aruna Iduso has said for 20 years, himself has said that he doesn't want any confusion. He has cataloged everything, and we should allow our new leadership to put plans and strategies in place that will deliver power. Musa, this evening, your radio program has been one of the best discussions. I've really enjoyed it. From start to now. In fact, Dr. Ryan, King Edward, honestly, I salute all of you. And listen, I said in Katia mean business. The new General Secretary mean business. So we should give them the support they need. And stop this sort of, no. Aruna Iduso is just a one figure. He's an NDC member. He has said, and he said it's okay. So all those who are doing all this, we beg them, they should lower their guard and allow the leadership to put strategies in place, strategies that will deliver us power. Musa, thank you so much. This evening, I've really enjoyed the program from start to finish. Thank you so much and good night.
'Yan uwana mutanen NDC da ke United Kingdom da Ireland chapter, ina roƙon ku har wa yau ku vote ku ba chairman Akwa. Shi kada ne wanda in Allah ya yarda ya win ya zama chairman zai kawo welfare program da zai taimaka muku ya taimaka ma party mu. Daga cikin wannan welfare program dukkan memba da ke neman taimako lokacin da ya shiga cikin masuwa abin da ya kama daga 50 pounds zuwa 400 pounds welfare program na ya tabbatar a baka a taimaka maka in Allah ya maka dalili ka biya wannan kudi. Bayan haka kuma dukkan memba da ke neman wani taimako sha'anin batun takardun shi ko wurin zama ya ajiye manya da lauyoyi da kowane lokaci kake neman advice ko kake neman wani lawyer da zai taimaka maka akan batun sha'anin zaman ka a ƙasar United Kingdom shi kuma su bi bayan ka su taimaka maka su saya maka ka biya wani abu kadan da yake in ka je waje zaka doki lawyer ba za ka same shi haka nan ba. Muna roƙonka member NDC da ke United Kingdom ko Ireland in lokacin vote ya kai ka vote ka ba chairman Akwa shi kare ne wanda yake zai taimaka ma party mu a lokacin da muke ciki. Wannan shine sanarwa ko wannan shine abin da muke roko ku taimaka mishi Allah kuma ya taimaka mu duka gaba daya Allah ba mu nasara. Mun gode muku da kuka saurare mu. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Right. So that party political message from the Kwesiakwa camp. And with that, it's now 1 minute gone past 10 p.m. here in the UK. I have to say it's the same time in Ghana. For those of you who are confused, today in the afternoon, I spoke to somebody in Accra. So what's the time in London? So it's the same time in Ghana. He said, no, it can't be true. Then I had to explain. He said, you see, so sometimes you got to explain. Anyway, tomorrow this conversation will continue. I'm trying to get the chairman for Asanwase and the chairman for Tamale South too. Hopefully, I've got the Tamale South chairman, but it's too late now in the night. So they say in the day. So we're not going to make too much noise or continue with the noise making. What we got to do is 6117. Hello.
There's a big chance Brennan Johnson should have crossed it there. Yeah, just want to see him.
Hello, 6117. Or is it rather 2617? Hello. I've got to say, from watching at the start of the season, 2617. Hello. Someone is on the line waiting, and I'm trying to get him to speak, but it's like he's quiet. Hello, 2617. Hello. That's a shame because I can see that you are still hanging in there. If you would stop listening to the radio and can come and speak to Mansa, then we can go. I can give you a minute or two because I can see that you've been on for it's nearly 1 hour. I don't know how you can manage that, but you are still holding on. So I don't know who the person is. If you want to come and say hello to Mansa, do it quickly. Otherwise, let everyone have their peace, as they say when people are standing and making their wedding vows. See what I mean?
As chairman for UK and Ireland chapter, oh you need papa, oh you need a mind, oh doctor, you are I will vote for doctor. I want a chakra, the money will you pay. A chakra money so dear and go. Yatua baby, I'm a koya, ready to a papa. Dr. Joe, I don't mind, you are no one I want a chakra, the money will you pay. Chakra money so dear and go. Yatua baby, I'm a so ready to a papa. Dr. Joe, I don't mind, oh no one Dr. George Massey, I know the opposite. NDC Qua, the one you can the island, the beginning of diaspora. I am crab and shatty, Mutuman. Dr. Joe, but they come over. I'm a mebu. The Cambo is a papa. But they come over my medina. You're ready. Now, I'm speaking on behalf of Dr. Joe Ajimai. When in my papa, Dr. I could see a person on the one. Never party, no need for any shit. Oh, yeah, on my papa, or Guinea, my two. Dr. Joe Ajimai said, Obey me kiss yourself. Party in the Benya's own office. My meetings are doing now. I Dr. I raise the fund. Sikamoto I move say on the belt one. Executive members and departmentals and some are doctor which is what is one at loss. So I will vote for him. Go and vote for him. Dr. John Ajimai on one. For Dr. I am Dr.
Man. The father said, "It's a part of the wedding time." But here, when you say, "Mama, you Top connect so emani sika di bagana if we asia fana nyina yenchia kapre ane aye free top connect amasika mani aye mrekra ye wohia ne se wo be download with top connect app no e wo play store di ama wo android phone ana se wo use iphone so a ko apple store na download the top connect aye simple kra top connect wa manda bureduonum so wo Europe North America and Asia wo ne wo dofo sika fa top connect so a aye ntem na emre na mawa hoto so sese die sika manye di foforo kra any top connect so we yan chechemu bia for top connect our +442 081 6155 and a +442 081 761 600 +447 882 950 088 and nasa hwehwe top connect our barefooting interfidie nyina so top connect for sika mane wa dofo asumdiem a untia kapre top connect yes ye die
Right. So, I am recommending it. Top Connect to anyone who is doing remittance. Would send it to Ghana, would Africa, baby. Yeah. Top Connect. Those are the group. I mean, that's the group you got to use. We had more Thursday, Dr. Joe. But this conversation will continue. We'll find out what is happening after I've spoken to two people from the Tamale South constituency and from the Asawase. I'm waiting to receive or to get the Asawase chairman's number. I've already got the South Tamale constituency chairman's number. I will try and speak and arrange with him so that tomorrow night we can do some talking. So until then, everything should be okay. Thank you all for coming to join us. And may the Allah himself grant you everything that you need. Thank you for listening. Let's see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Cheers. Bye-bye.